your high school sports leader. All season, every season. Semifinal Wednesday in the WPIAL softball playoffs brings us to West Mifflin High School. It is a 4A semifinals game. The two teams that tied for the championship in Section 3, 4A, collide for a third time. It's the Chartiers Valley Colts taking on the Montour Spartans. Along with our videographer, Greg Masneri, Lou Rude, joining me as well. I'm Don Rebel. Thank you for joining us for our exclusive coverage of the WPIAL softball playoff. Chartiers Valley 17-2 on the season. Montour 14-3. The Spartans, the 2 seed, first round bye. They rolled past Indiana in the quarterfinals 11-1. Chartiers Valley, the 3 seed, also enjoyed a first round bye. They cruised past Knock 10-0, setting up this marvelous matchup between the Colts and the Spartans. Let's give you the starting lineup for Chris Lloyd's Colts here this afternoon. Madison Crump, the shortstop, leads off. Riley Prosperi, the second baseman, hits second. Marta Galazzi, the third baseman, hits third. Lily Duffel, the catcher, hits cleanup. Zoe Mangan, the pitcher, fifth. Taylor Walsh, the left fielder, sixth. Mackenzie Maga in center field, seventh. Callie Mangan, the first baseman, eighth. And Annabelle Helt, designated player, bats ninth. Crum, Prosperi, Galazzi, Duffel, Mangan, Walsh, Maga, Mangan, and Helt against Caitlin Molatoris. And the first pitch is a strike. After this Crump at bat, Lou will put the Spartans on the field defensively. Low, ball one. Timothy Hatfield is our veteran umpire behind home plate. Michael McConnell down at first base. John Palco at third base. 1-1. Lifted in the air. Left field over toward the line.
1 out.
Avery Paulo makes the catch, one away.
Taking a look at the defense for Montour, it's third base, Gia Labrie, shortstop, Delaney Bardo, second base, Shania Cope, at first base, Jana Hess, left field, Avery Polo, center field, Mia Arndt, right field, Haley Staub. Molatoris on the mound, as Don mentioned, and Daniel Turpak, the catcher.
Black and gold for the Spartans, red and blue for the Colts. Molatoris 0-1. Low and inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Third meeting, as I mentioned, between these two section rivals. April 14th at Montour. The visiting Colts a 5-3 victory. May 9th at Chartiers Valley. It was the Spartans picking up the W 6-2. One ball, 2 strikes, .394 batting average for Riley Prosperi. Ground ball second, backhanded nicely. Cope on to first, 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman, number 23, Marta Galazzi.
Junior third baseman, Marta Galazzi, steps in, .455 batting average, 2 homers, 21 RBI. Called strike. All turf field here at West Mifflin. Marvelous complex right next to the baseball field. 0-1. Misses outside, 1-1. Did some playoff games out at Montour. They have a new turf facility. Swing and a miss. You were out there, Lou, right?
Yeah, did doubleheader out there. Got to see Avonworth play, and and the other one, it was Central Valley that won. That was 3A softball.
Galazzi fouls it off, so the adjustment for Montour.
But also, as you
No
mentioned,
biggie.
a beautiful facility. It's amazing how many schools are now getting turf fields here in the WPIAL.
Well, we've seen tremendous renovations to football stadiums over the years. Now they're getting to the spring sports. Swing and a miss.
3 out.
Galazzi went chasing high heat. Comes up empty. Colts down in order in the top of the first. Go bottom one. No score. Let's check out the starting lineup for Ken Kutchman's Spartans. Mia Arndt, the center fielder, leads off. Gia Labrie, third baseman, hits second. Avery Polo, the left fielder, third. Jenna Hess at first base, bats cleanup. Shania Cope at second base, hits fifth. Today's pitcher, Caitlin Molatoris, hitting sixth. Battery mate, Danielle Turpak, the catcher, seventh. Haley Staub in right field, eighth. And Delaney Bartow, the shortstop, bats ninth. Arndt, Labrie, Polo, Hess, Cope, Molatoris, Turpak, Staub, Bartow for the Spartans, and for the Colts defensively, Lou.
For Chartiers Valley, it's Taylor Walsh in left, Mackenzie Maga in center, Delaney O'Connor in right. Third baseman is Marta Galazzi, Madison Crump at short, Riley Prosperi at second, Callie Mangan at first, Zoe Mangan on the mound, and Lily Duffel behind the plate for the Colts.
Both of these teams in the semifinals a year ago, both were on the short end of the stick. Montour losing to eventual champion Beaver 6-1,
Center fielder, Mia Arndt.
while Chartiers Valley lost to Penn Trafford 3-2. Called strike one outside part of the plate. The senior Mia Arndt. 538 batting average, 5 homers, 20 RBI. Impressive season for the senior center fielder. Mangan took something off that pitch. Misses 1-1. Ball 2-1. Mangan's 2-1. Drilled, caught by the shortstop, Madison Crump.
1 out.
Nice play by Crump.
Now batting for the Lady Spartans, number 2.
Thought that was going to be a hit, but she went out there and got some vertical going up to get that ball.
Good break on the line drive by Arndt. Gia Labrie. 273 batting average for the junior. Ball 1. She has had several brothers come through the ranks at Montour High School. Called strike, outside corner, 1-1. Two balls and one strike. Labrie 5 RBI this season. Now ball 3, 3-1. Ground ball third. Quick throw across the diamond. Galazzi to Mangan for the second out.
Number 8, Avery, pull up.
Both teams so far, Don, showing solid defensive ability. I mean, the play that Crump made wasn't routine, but the rest of them routine plays, but all executed well on both sides.
We have seen routine plays not made that come back to haunt. First pitch, a ball to Avery Polo. Senior 500 is her batting average. Eight homers, 24 RBI. Called strike 1-1. Two balls and one strike. Ripped foul down the left field side. Last championship won by Montour 11 years ago, 2012. 2-2. Again, foul ball down the left field line. The Spartans in that 2012 postseason defeated Newcastle, York, Bell Vernon, and Elizabeth Forward. They're going to have to take a similar path if they want to win it all this year. They knocked off Elizabeth Forward in the championship 7-0. Two years earlier, 2010, they beat Greensburg-Salem, York, and Ambridge in the championship game, 1-0. That 2010 championship, the program's third. 3-2 now to Polo. Tapped foul outside of third. First title, 1979. Victory over Valley in the championship game. And then 8 years later, 1987, they defeated Bethel Park 8-1. Looking for championship number 5 here this spring. 3-2. Bounced, ball 4, first base runner. A 2-out walk to Polo. So runner at first, 2 out. Ball lifted in the air, deep left field. It is gone.
2-run home run, Jana Hess.
Jana Hess, first pitch, crushed it. Taylor Walsh just looked at it out in left field, and the Spartans lead 2-0.
You knew it was gone when she never moved. She being Taylor Walsh, the left fielder. She took a step, and she could tell right then and there that one was gone. That ball crushed the left field by Jana Hess. And we saw a few home runs in the first game here, and the trend seems to be continuing now here in the second game.
Wind is blowing out, so that might not be the last one we see.
I don't think.
Shania Cope, sophomore. That is Hess's third home run of the season. Mangan 1-0. Called strike 1-1. So the 2-out walk comes back to hurt.
I think we had 4 home runs in that first game, Don. So
3 by Bell Vernon.
3 by Bell Vernon.
If you missed it, the Leopards upsetting top seed and previously undefeated Elizabeth Forward 10-1.
And the Warriors had 1.
2-1 to Cope. Low 3-1.
Yeah, Leopards had a grand slam, a 3-run homer, and a 2-run homer. So that accounted for a lot of their runs in the game.
Chris Lloyd calls time to deliver the rosin bag to Zoe Mangan.
It's like you forgot something. It's a humid day out here. I mean, it's not super hot, but a humid day. If your pitcher starts sweating and the hand gets wet, it's affects the grip on the ball.
3-1 to Cope. Ball 4.
I watch a lot of college softball, especially this time of the year. And every one of those pitchers, they've all got towels tucked in the back of their jerseys. Sometimes they'll have 2 different kinds of rosin bags out there just to make sure they can keep their hands dry.
Popped up right side of the infield. Second baseman Prosperi, shallow right field, makes the catch.
After 1.
Montour strikes first.
2-0.
2 runs, a hit, couple of walks, runner left on, 2-run homer by Jenna Hess. The big blow, end of 1. Spartans 2, Colts nothing. It's the WPIAL softball playoffs only on Trib HSSN.
Water heater emergencies don't happen at the best times.
Honey, there's no hot water. Mom, the water's freezing.
Get down here quick. At Mr. Water Heater, you'll talk to a real person 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When the last thing you need to worry about is your hot water tank. And for quality service and better than competitive pricing,
call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater.
2-0 Montour. After 1.
Leading off the top of the second for the Lady
Hess.
Colts, number 8, Lily Duffel.
The 2-run jack in the first. Top second, Lily Duffel leads off for Chartiers Valley. And she pops it up right side. Cope, the second baseman, makes the catch, 1 away.
Molatour's doing a nice job on the mound for Montour. 13-3 record on the season, Don, and has recorded 145 strikeouts. And that's not too shabby in itself.
Impressive. Outside, high, ball 1 to Zoe Mangan, senior, 435 batting average for the Colts pitcher, 18 RBI. 2-0. Chartiers Valley hoping to win today, win next week to capture the program's 3rd WPIAL championship, called Strike. 2-1. Their last title 45 years ago. Ground ball right side. Cope flipped the first, 2 away.
2 up.
Chartiers Valley back-to-back WPIAL championships.
Now batting number
1977,
13, Walsh.
1978. That 78 championship, the Colts defeated Montour in the championship game. No, that's called strike. Back in 1923, these two schools. No. Called strike. 0-2 to Taylor Walsh. Fabulous sophomore season. 404 batting average with 1 homer, 27 RBI. 0-2, swing and a miss. Molitoris, second strikeout. Both Ks have ended the first 2 innings. Again, Colts down in order. Go to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Montour on the Triple I High School Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your 50-50 tickets out. Big money, $48.
Hi, my name's Mark, and I am a political science major at Seton Hill University. Initially, I came to Seton Hill for pre-law, but loved my poli-sci classes so much, I made it my focus. Ultimately, my goal is to hold political office and make a positive impact on people's lives. For me, it was the faculty, both in my major and out, that made my Seton Hill experience so incredible.
Montour leads 2-0 as they come to bat here in the bottom of the second inning. Bottom 3 for Coach Kutchman. Danielle Turpak, Haley Staub, and Delaney Bartow. Due up for the black and gold.
Leading off the bottom of the second for the Lady Spartans. Number 25, Danielle Turpak.
Both of these schools saw their baseball teams go down at the hands of the Latrobe Wildcats. Monday, Latrobe knocked off Chartiers Valley in a 4A quarterfinals game, and then Tuesday, Montour, the top seed in 4A, lost to the Wildcats. Latrobe against Hopewell in the 4A title game. Not too many people had those two predicted. Number 5 against number 14. 2-0 outside, and Mangan trouble with her control in this one. She walked 2 in the first inning and was behind on several of the batters. 3-0 to Turpak. Way outside. Third walk will likely get a runner here. Courtesy runner. Freshman Ava Bartell looks like she's getting ready to check in.
Pinch runner. Courtesy runner, number 4, Ava Bartell.
So Bartell, the courtesy runner with nobody out at first base.
Haley Staub.
Freshman Haley Staub, 357 batting average. See if she is in bunt mode here. Is not. Takes a strike.
Infield was getting ready for the bunt. Third baseman creeping up and first baseman as well, but she did not square.
Now she does. Ball hitter. Out is the call.
2 unassisted, correct?
Yep. Tim Hatfield rolling that ball hit Staub after she left the box. So remaining at first is Bartell. And now Delaney Bartow, the batter. Outside. I'll be honest, Lou, I thought she was still in the box when that ball hit her.
I think half and half. I don't know how you call it. I think 1 foot might have still been in the box, but the ball hit her where it hit her. She was absolutely out of the box, I think. But she still might have had a foot in there.
2 balls, no strikes to Bartow.
Of course, it doesn't matter what we think.
Nope.
It's whatever the umpire rules.
And he's right there. Best angle. 2-0. Way outside to the backstop. Bartell to second on the wild pitch. That will be moot if Bartow draws the free pass here.
But still, it puts a runner in scoring position for Montour. And causes more problems for Mangan.
3-0 behind her again to the backstop. Bartell to third on the wild pitch.
Ball 4. Yeah, I don't think it hit her. I think it went directly behind her because she scooted out of the way quick enough. And do we have a pitching change coming in already? Yes, we do.
9 batters in. Zoe Mangan is out, and it looks like Taylor Walsh from left field will take over.
Now pitching for the Lady Colts, number 13, Taylor Walsh.
And control an issue. 4 walks in the 9 batters faced for Zoe Mangan.
And really wild pitches as well. I mean, just.
Yeah, those last 2 not even close.
No.
1 1/3. Has given up 2 runs, is responsible for Bartel and Bartow on the bases. 1 hit, and that was the 2-run homer by Hess. 4 walks, no strikeouts. Just wasn't there for Zoe Mangan today.
And that's interesting, Don, that he made the switch that quickly. I mean, Mangan came in with an 11-2 record, so you would have thought she's probably been the go-to pitcher all season, but with a chance to get to the WPIAL championship game, I guess you have a quick trigger on your pitchers.
So those 2 flip-flop. It's Zoe Mangan now in left field. Walsh in the circle, first and third. Pitch is a strike to the leadoff hitter. Mia Arndt lined to short her first time up. Popped on the right field side, and it is foul.
Barely.
Not by much.
No.
That looked like it was going to be well fouled, just sort of hung up there and nearly hit that line.
An old comment by the gunner, Bob Prince, comes to mind on that one. By a gnat's eyelash.
Yeah. Taylor ahead 0-2. Popped up, right field. O'Connor makes the catch. Runner tags. O'Connor's throw home, not in time. It'll be sacrifice fly on the throw home. Bartow takes second.
Sacrifice fly, 2 outs. Bartow scores. I'm sorry. Bartow goes to second. Two outs brings up number 2, Gia LeBrie.
Good strong throw by O'Connor. 1 hop to Duffel. Duffel tried to make the tag before she had squeezed it, and thus the ball rolled away, but no damage done. Although now with the runner at second, Bartow, chance for LeBrie to pick up another RBI. Fouls it off. Taylor head 0-2. Well, one good thing, Lou, Taylor Walsh has come in. She's throwing strikes.
Yeah, she's going right at him. And when you have a pitcher that's been wild and walking, that's when your infielders and outfielders start sitting back on their heels. Now they're up on their toes.
0-2. Called strike 3.
3 outs. After 2 is the score now. Montour 3. Star Valley.
Spartans added their lead. A run, no hits, 2 walks, couple wild pitches, and 1 left on. End of 2. Montour 3. Chartiers Valley nothing on Trib HSSN.
The official bank of the WPIAL has promote financial education all Western Pennsylvania high schools through our financial insight program.
Do you need custom printed materials for your school or organization? Hosting a fundraiser or special event? PrintSource can help. Visit printpittsburgh.com for a free quote on yard signs or banners, flyers and stickers, invitations, program books, and tickets, even yearbooks. We are your single source solution for printed materials, signage, and so much more. Visit us online at printpittsburgh.com. PrintSource. Design, print, deliver.
Be right down. I'll send somebody down. Hang on.
End of 2, Montour. Only 1 hit, but they've scored 3 runs. They've stranded 2. Char Valley, no runs, no hits, no errors. Championships next week. Lily Field,
Number 8.
sponsored by First National Bank. We are excited and looking forward to it. Here to call the middle 3.
Now batting number 26.
Lou.
Thank you very much, Don. Mackenzie Maga in batting for Chartiers Valley. It'll then be Callie Mangan and Annabelle Helt facing Caitlin Molatoris. And it is now 0-2 on Maga. Called strike and then a foul tipped. And that one went off the mask of the catcher. And they're calling, get a little timeout to give her a chance to catch her breath. And she's fine. Daniel Turpak, the catcher for Montour, is the one that took that off the mask. So it's 0-2 on Mackenzie Maga. They called it 1-1. Caitlin Molitaris. Now it's 1-2. Molitaris doesn't waste a whole lot of time when she's out on the mound. She gets her signal and she's ready to go. 1-2 delivery inside, 2-2.
Big crowd here for this one and for the previous one. They've had big 50-50 drawings too.
2-2 count. Fly ball to right field. Haley Staub makes the catch. What's interesting, Dawn, that the 2 semifinals, Elizabeth Forward and Belle Vernon, EF finished first in that section, Belle Vernon 2. Montour and Char Valley section rivals that tied for the section championship. So you've got that natural rivalry, and that brings the crowds out.
Yep.
Swing and a miss by Callie Mangan, strike 1. Mangan.
Semifinals, I mean, you got
semifinals, yeah, but also that rivalry that the teams have carries over as well. Swing and a miss, strike 2. You caught there, Dawn?
I don't know what I am. We tried to figure it. Greg and I tried to figure that out earlier.
I know one thing we are is our computer's not plugged in, and we better watch out or we're going to run out of juice before the game's over.
It's not plugged in?
No, I'm holding the plug right here.
You want to give it to me? I'll plug it in.
Here, to the back of the computer.
Oh.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Now it goes in the very back.
Well, a fine-tuned machine we have going here.
There we go. How many Trib High School sports staff members does it take to plug in the computer? Stay tuned for the answer. Strike 3 on the 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. That's the 3rd strikeout for Molitaris. All right, there we got it back in now. Now we're in business. Just a couple hiccups there. Pitch inside to Annabelle Helt, the designated player, is a ball. Nothing else. We saw Don on camera there when he was trying to plug it in.
Sorry about that.
That's quite all right. Everybody wants to see Don Rebel. 2-0 the count. Swing and a miss, 2-1.
Bless you.
Inside, 3-1. Thank you. I thought I had my allergies licked here. That's doing fine. You did okay on Monday and Tuesday. Drowned it off the plate. Montour's up with it. Throw to first to Hess for the out. Mark it 1-3. 3 up, 3 down. So far, Montour has faced the minimum 9 batters. It is Montour 3. We got to change the scoreboard there. And Chartiers Valley 0 here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Hi, my name's Mark, and I am a political science major at Seton Hill University. Initially, I came to Seton Hill for pre-law, but loved my poli-sci classes so much, I made it my focus. Ultimately, my goal is to hold political office and make a positive impact on people's lives. For me, it was the faculty, both in my major and out, that made my Seton Hill experience so incredible.
And we welcome you back to West Mifflin High School. WPIAL Class 4A Girls Softball Semifinal. The number 2 seeded Montour Spartans, the number 3 seeded Chartiers Valley Colts going at it. It will be Montour coming to bat here in the bottom of the third. 3-4-5, Polo, Hess, and Cope. Avery Polo stands in. Taylor Walsh throws a ball. One-0 delivery. Hit in the air down the right field line, and the right fielder, O'Connor, able to come over, make the catch. Mark it an F9, 1 down. I'll bring up Jana Hess. Jana Hess put a charge into a ball in the first inning, deep to left center. Left fielder Taylor Walsh took a step at the time, looked at it, and didn't even move. That thing was over the fence by about 15 feet. Pitch is low, ball 1. 2-run shot for Hess opened the scoring in the game. Montour has since added a run in the second inning on a sacrifice fly by Mia Arndt to go up 3-0. Walsh delivers, low and inside, 2-0. Taylor Walsh on in relief of Zoe Mangan. Zoe pitched 1 1/3 innings before Taylor Walsh came on. Called strike, 2 balls, 1 strike to Hess. Delivers, ball, 3-1. And I think, Don, they're pitching to Hess a little more carefully than they did the first time around here.
Yeah, for good reason.
Yes, indeed. Grounded to shortstop, Crump up with it, and she can't handle it. She got her glove on it, went to make the throw, and left the ball on the ground. That'll be an E6.
Yeah, I don't know that the ball was ever in her glove. I think she almost reached on and pinned it to the
Is that what she did?
turf. And then when she, of course, reached in her glove, there was nothing there.
Shania Cope comes to the plate. She walked last at bat. That's a strike. I was guilty of the assumption. I assumed she had caught it, and I was looking for the throw to first to continue the call. And that's when I know she clutched it, double clutched it. 0-1 pitch. Strike 2. Nice breaking ball that time from Cope. Looked like it curved to the outside. So Walsh in front, 0-2 to Shania Cope. Hess on first with 1 out. Ball gets past the catcher on a wild pitch, and Hess will be down to second base. So a couple of self-inflicted errors by Chartiers Valley has put Jana Hess in scoring position here. Montour already up 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. Now they got a runner in scoring position with one out. 2-2 the count now as that's a ball low. Walsh. 2-2 delivery. Ball fouled down the third baseline. Count will remain 2-2. Count still 2-2. Hess on second, one out. Bottom of the third, 3 runs in for Montour. Walsh taking her time, now has the sign. 2-2 pitch, outside. So Cope was down 0-2, and she works it back to a full count. Walsh's delivery, ripped foul down the third baseline. She wanted that one. She just jumped on it a little too soon. That's when you see your eyes get big and go, oh my, and you just swing. If you had just a half second more of patience, you're going to put that in play. Count remains full. Ball 4, and it gets away from the catcher, and Hess will move down to third base.
That one will be a pass ball.
Yes, it will. So Cope has a pair of walks now. Caitlin Molitoris up. She popped up to second. Now we've got timeout as catcher Lily Duffel comes out to talk to Taylor Walsh.
Just sloppy right now by the Colts. You got 5 walks, an error, and 3 wild pitches and a pass ball.
Yeah, self-inflicted errors.
Yep.
It's what doing it. Because a walk is what brought Hess up, and she hit the 2-run shot. The pair of walks led to the sacrifice fly by Arndt. Now runners at first and third with one out. Strike one to Molitoris. I'm surprised they weren't running the runner from third or from first going to second. Try and see if they could get some action for the runner on third. 0-1 the count. High ball, 1-1. Again, Cope is taking a pretty safe lead down at first. Made no attempt or even indication she was going to go to second. It's outside. 2-1 now.
This one could get away from Chartiers Valley very quickly here.
Yes, indeed it could. 2-1 the count. Pitch on the way. Grounded weakly to third. Galozzi with it. Throw to first. And that will be an out. So a nice play by Galozzi to throw to Callie Mangan. Big out for Taylor Walsh, but the runner does move down to second, Shania Cope. It was almost like a swinging bunt if you want to think about it. So Danielle Turpak will stand in. She walked her first at bat. Called strike. 2 runners in scoring position for Montour, but 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Hess at third, Cope at second. 0-1 the count to Danielle Turpak. Walsh delivers in the dirt, but a nice grab by Duffel. I said in the dirt, actually in the turf. What did I say yesterday? There was no dirt on the field at Gateway. Brand new turf over there. 1-1. Ball. 2-1. 2-1 delivery. Fouled off. 2-2 the count to Turpak. So Walsh, even though she's had some difficulties, is battling out there. Not giving in to the hitters. She's going right at him. So it's 2-2 on Turpak. Again, Hess at third, Cope at second, 2 down. Delivery on the way. Fouled weakly. Off the fence. Count remains 2-2. Walsh changing speeds, and it's throwing Turpak off there. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Bottom of the third, Walsh fires. Bloop down the right side, foul out of play into the stands. Count will remain 2-2. So we got a battle going on here with Taylor Walsh on the mound and Danielle Turpak at the plate. Neither one wants to give in. Again, the pitch. Gets away from the catcher, goes to the fence, and Hess will come home and score. Second run's going to come in as Cope hustles in. Fourth run and fifth run.
Fourth run, they're going to send.
They're going to send her back because the
Cope
ball went
back.
out of play.
Correct.
Okay.
Into the dugout area.
That's fine. So a wild pitch brings the run in. That's the fifth wild pitch now, Dawn, is it not? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth wild pitch.
Yes, correct.
Fourth wild
and
pitch.
And a pass ball.
And a pass ball. So we'll take 1 run off the board. And that is ball 4 now to Turpak. So runners at first and third. You get the scoreboard corrected here.
Courtesy runner back at first, number 4, Ava Bartle.
So Hess scores on the E6 wild pitch, pass ball, wild pitch.
Yeah. All self-inflicted errors. We were talking during the first game about how important it is to be disciplined and execute. That was just, we weren't on the air. Dawn and I were just talking while we were observing what was going on. Is that pitch is a ball 1. And that makes the difference in regular season games and probably more importantly in the playoffs. You know, you have to execute correctly because usually the team that has the most errors is the team, and not just physical errors. It could be mental errors, pass balls, wild pitches, whatever. That's the team that usually is on the wrong end of the scorecard.
So true.
1-0 the count to Staub. She bunted and got hit with the ball out of the batter's box for a 2 unassisted, her first at bat. 2-0 the count now. 2 outs. I don't think she's going to be bunting here. Although the first baseman, Callie Mangan, is playing in front of the runner. High ball 3. Walsh is about to get herself in a real pickle here. 3-0. You don't want to put another base runner on. 2 out, runners at first and third for Montour. There's a strike. 3-1 the count. Cope at third. Courtesy runner Bartle at first. Called strike 2, so a full count now. Walsh has battled back. Ava Bartell running for Danielle Turpak, who walked. Full count delivery. Hitting the air towards short center field. Coming under it will be Maga, makes the catch, and that will end the inning. 1 run on the inning, and not a hit to be seen. 1 error and 2 left on base. So we have played 3 complete here at West Mifflin in this 4A semifinal matchup. The number 2 seed Montour is leading the number 3 seed Chartiers Valley by a score of 4-0 And we will be back with the fifth inning after this here on, make that the fourth inning after this on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Do you need custom printed materials for your school or organization? Hosting a fundraiser or special event? PrintSource can help. Visit printpittsburgh.com for a free quote on yard signs or banners, flyers and stickers, invitations, program books and tickets, even yearbooks. We are your single source solution for printed materials, signage, and so much more. Visit us online at printpittsburgh.com. PrintSource. Design, print, deliver.
And we are back here. Madison Crump leading off here for Chartiers Valley. First pitch from Montour is a ball. Crump flew out to left in her initial at bat. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Crump. Montour to this point has faced the minimum, 3 up, 3 down in the first, second, and third innings. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Montour came in with 145 strikeouts on the year, has 3 already in the game. This ball's hit on a line to left field, and nice play by Avery Polo to make the catch for the first out.
Riley Prosperi.
That'll bring up Riley Prosperi. She grounded out second to first in her first at bat. We're in the top of the fourth inning here at West Mifflin. Montour on top of Char Valley 4-0. The winner of this game will take on Bell Vernon. The Leopards upset the number 1 seed Elizabeth Forward by a pretty hefty margin of a 10-1 score in the semifinals here in the first game, as that pitch is a ball to Prosperi. Ball 2, Leopards took advantage of a grand slam, a 3-run home run, and a 2-run home run after Elizabeth Forward's ace to Legedy to put 10 runs on the board. Bloop to the pitcher. Molatoris makes the catch. Second out in the inning. And Bell Vernon, who had lost 8 in a row to Elizabeth Forward coming into the semifinals, defeats the Warriors in a pretty monumental upset, and they'll be playing in the championship game. The winner of this game will face them down at I call it Cal U, because I got my master's at Cal U. My diploma says Cal U. I can't say Penn West, California, but that's where the championship games are going to be. 1-0 the count to Galazzi. Grounded to shortstop. Bardo up with it. Long throw to first in time. 3 up, 3 down through 4. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We have played 3.5. It is Montour 4, Chartiers Valley nothing here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Water heater emergencies don't happen at the best times.
Honey, there's no hot water. Mom, the water's freezing.
Get down here quick.
At Mr. Water Heater, you'll talk to a real person 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When the last thing you need to worry about is your hot water tank. And for quality service and better than competitive pricing,
Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater.
We are back at West Mifflin. Sun is shining. Beautiful afternoon, early evening here. 4-0 is our score here in the bottom of the fourth.
32, Delaney, Barco.
And for the Spartans, it will be 9-1-2. Delaney Bardo, Mia Arndt, and Gia Labrie. Bardo walked her first at bat, Taylor Walsh is on the mound in relief of Zoe Mangan. Bardo attempted the bunt but could not get it. Strike one. Oh, 1 delivery. Called strike on the outside corner to Bardo. 0-2. So Taylor Walsh ahead in the count. Mia Arndt on deck. 0-2 delivery. Low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tried to get her to chase one out of the strike zone, but she held off. Nobody out. 1-2 delivery. Swing and fouled off. Count will remain 1-2. You can hear the Montour bench being very vocal in the background there. 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Took something off of it.
Well,
Strikeout is the first out of the inning. That is Walsh's first
now batting number
strikeout.
1, Mia Arndt.
Bring up the top of the order, Mia Arndt. Arndt has lined out to short, hit a sacrifice fly to right, and driven in a run. So she is 0 for 1 in the game. Stands in now with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Pops it foul down the right field line, out of play. Strike one. Walsh looks into Duffel for the sign. Has it, rocks and fires, high. Back. Good thing no one was on base, as that one was over the catcher's head all the way to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. Montour with the lead, up 4-0, and they're batting here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Walsh delivers, outside. 2-1 count. Three one. So Arndt has the lead in the pitch count, up 3-1. We'll see what happens on this one. Ball 4. Works her for a walk. That is the 7th walk given up by Chartiers Valley pitchers, and the 3rd walk given up by Walsh. So Gia Labrie stands in, grounded out 3rd to 1st, and went looking. That ball's hitting the hole. It's in for a base hit. Sinai single for Labrie. I'm going to move Arndt to 2nd, Labrie at 1st, and bring up the number 3 hitter for Montour, Avery Polo. She has walked and flown out to right field in her 2 at-bats. Walsh delivers, outside, ball 1.
Walk, base hit, Lou.
Yeah, walk single.
Thank you.
Through the hole in at shortstop. Sinai single. Ground ball that just found its way through. Pitch is high and outside, 2-0.
I was that last half inning down at the Montour bench getting a couple of photos, and man, are they fired up. My goodness.
2-0 delivery, ball hit in the air to center field. And Maggott takes about 2 steps, catches it, throw to 3rd as the runner tagged, and she is going to make it in. That was Mia Arndt. Makes it to 3rd. Labrie moves to 2nd on the fly out to center field. The 2 runners now in scoring position for Jana Hess. She has hit a 2-run home run in the first inning, putting the first 2 runs on the board for Montour. Reached on an error and scored a run following a wild pitch, a pass ball, and a wild pitch. So reached on an error, moved to second on a wild pitch, moved to third on a pass ball, and scored on a wild pitch. High and outside to Hess, ball 1. 2 on, 2 out. 2 in scoring position for Montour. Walsh's 1-0 pitch. That's a strike. 1-1. Walsh checks with Duffel. Now has the sign, steps on the rubber. Delivers. That's a called strike 2. Pretty pitch on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, 2 on for the Montour Spartans. Walsh delivers. This ball's grounded in the hole. That's going to be a hit. 1 run comes home. They're going to hold the runner at third, but Hess in a heads-up play takes second base. So Arndt scores. That'll be the 5th run for Montour. Labrie moves to third, and Hess moves to second. And that's the 3rd RBI of the game for Hess. And it will be Shania Cope up. Ball low. Greg, can you get the score fixed for me, please? Thank you, sir. That's ball 2. Shania Cope has walked twice already for Montour. That's a strike. Walked and made it all the way around to third, but could not come home. So it's a 2-1 count. Ripped to third. Nice play by Galazzi. She throws it away. 1 run comes home. Two runs come home. Was that an E3?
E5.
E5. So runs 6 and 7 come on the board. Labrie and Hess score. Cope ends up at second after the overthrow. And Caitlin Molatoris comes in to hit. Strike 1.
Just a nightmarish afternoon for the Colts.
Yeah.
Such a great season, but they have done nothing right here this afternoon.
0-1 delivery. That's low and outside, 1-1. Yeah, when you count up the errors, the wild pitches, the passed balls, it has been a litany of self-enforced errors on Chartiers Valley. 1-1 pitch outside, 2-1.
And it's, at this point, it's definitely that snowball effect.
Oh, yeah,
rolling
it is.
down the mountain.
It's headed down and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's getting to the point where nobody wants the ball hit to them. Down low. 3-1. That's when the ball gets hit and everybody's going, I hope it gets hit to somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3-1 delivery. Grounded foul, 3-2, full count. And it's a shame, as you said, Don, because they have had an outstanding season. They're a very good team, but sometimes you have days like this. You know, it's just, you know, they're high school athletes. Sometimes you're going to have a bad day. And unfortunately, this is the wrong time for the Colts to have that. Grounded to third. Galazzi up with it this time, throws to first for the out. And that will end the inning. However, 3 runs come in on 2 hits and 1 error. Correct, Don?
Mm-hmm.
and they left one on base. So we have played 4 complete here at West Mifflin. It is the Montour Spartans 7 and not West Mifflin, Chartiers Valley nothing. I've been doing too many games. Forgive me, everybody. Back after this.
Hi, my name's Mark, and I am a political science major at Seton Hill University. Initially, I came to Seton Hill for pre-law, but loved my poli-sci classes so much, I made it my focus. Ultimately, my goal is to hold political office and make a positive impact on people's lives. For me, it was the faculty, both in my major and out, that made my Seton Hill experience so incredible.
And as Renegade
Hi,
do that, as Renegade plays in the background, we head to the top of the 5th. And Char Valley will come to the plate. It will be Lily Duffel, the cleanup hitter. First pitch is high from Caitlin Molatoris. Molatoris has faced the minimum number of hitters so far, 12. That's a strike.
No base runners.
No base runners. No walks.
And that other thing.
Yes, that we won't talk about. And she has struck out 3. 2 balls, 1 strike. Very efficient pitching by Molatoris. Very efficient. And looking at, she's only gotten to 3 balls once on a hitter. There's a swing. 2-2. She's gotten to 3 balls once on a hitter in the game. That is it. That tells you how effective her pitching has been. So it's a 2-2 count to Duffel. Hitting the air to left field. Polo camps under it. Makes the catch. One out.
Now batting number 27, Zoe Mangan.
So that will bring up Zoe Mangan. Zoe grounded out second to first, her initial at bat. 1 out, top of the 5th for Chartiers Valley. That's a strike. Molatoris is feeling it. 0-1 count. Has the sign, rocks and fires. Just missed. 1-1. So, 1-1 to count, 1 out. Ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike to Zoe Mangan. Lined into right center field. That's going to go to the fence. Mangan going to try to go to second. Relay throw is not going to be in time. So Mangan breaks it up. We can say the word now. A no-hitter was going. She breaks it up with a double here with 1 out. And is the first base runner for Chartiers Valley and the first runner they've had in scoring position here in this game. Taylor Walsh started in left, now pitching. Comes in to hit. That's a strike. Walsh has batted once and she struck out, swinging. So Mangan on second with 1 down. Bunted foul off the screen. 0-2. So Molatoris ahead in the count, 0-2 on Taylor Walsh. Delivers in the dirt and gets away, and the runner Mangan will move up to third. Wild pitch That's her first one of the game. That moves Mangan to third with one out. And it will be a 1 ball, 2 strike count, rather. This ball's blooped into right field. Beautiful catch by Haley Staub, who came in quickly on a line drive to come up with the catch and get it in quickly. So the runner on third, Magnan, had no chance to try and score. That'll bring up Mackenzie Maga. She flew out to Staub in right, her first at bat. 2 outs now, runner on third. Low and inside, ball 1. Molitoris 1-0 pitch, popped in the air, foul. It's going to get out of play. 1-1 the count. Joey Mangan on third, doubled and then moved to third on a wild pitch. Ball inside, 1-2, or 2-1 rather, the count to Maga. Batting with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. You can see by the scoreboard, bottom left half of the screen, Montour leading right now, 7-0. Grounded to third. Labrie scoops it up easily, makes the throw. Nice pick at first by Hess. And that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. And our score is Montour 7 and Chartiers Valley nothing. Back after this.
Before you hit the open road, see the tire experts at Export Tire. We do tires and we do them right. If it has wheels, we have the tires. Export Tire, your commercial tire headquarters.
And we are back. Time now for the bottom of the 5th inning. Montour will be coming up to hit. Okay, I cannot find my cursor. I can't see it. Oh, now I just eliminated everything. Can you get everything up there for me? Thank you, Greg. Greg Massineri, our cameraman and computer operator now.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th for
I'm Lou Root, Don Revel on the call with me.
number 25.
It will be Danielle Turpak, Haley Staub, and Delaney Bardo. 7, 8, and 9 hitting for Montour here in the bottom of the 5th. Taylor Walsh on the mound. First call is a strike to Turpak. Turpak has walked twice, and her courtesy runner, Ava Bartel, has scored a run. Turpak the catcher, so she gets the courtesy runner. That ball is low, 1-1 the count. Taylor Walsh in relief of Zoe Mangan. Lined right back to Walsh. That was a reflex catch. Mark that an L1. Nice play for Walsh. 1 out in the inning. That was one of those catch it or get drilled. And she caught it. So Haley Staub will stand in. Staub tried to bunt for a hit in the 2nd inning, and the ball hit her out of the batter's box for 2 unassisted. That ball's fouled down the right field line. No one's going to get to it. 0-1 the count, and then she flew out to center field, so she is 0 for 2 in the game. 1 out here, bottom of the 5th. 7-run lead for the Spartans of Montour over the Colts of Char Valley. Walsh's 0-1 pitch, fouled out of play again, 0-2. The winner will take on the Bell Vernon Leopards in the championship of 4A down at Lilly Field at Penn West, California, or Cal U, however you wish to refer to it. I know the preferred technical term is Penn West, California, but I'm a Cal U grad, so. 1-2 pitch. Looped into short right center field, and it drops for a hit.
Now batting number 32, Delaney Bartow.
So a 1-out single for Staub. That'll bring up Delaney Bartow, the number 9 hitter. She has walked and struck out. That's a strike.
Back-to-back days I get Cal U boys at Bobby O last night.
Yeah. Well, I got my teaching certificate and my master's at Cal U. Got my undergrad at Marietta, my BA there. But I've still got a diploma that says Cal U. Bunt is laid down, fair ball, throw to first. Not in time, no one covering third, and the runner will move up. Ball gets away on the throw. Coming home to score is Staub, and moving into second is Bartow. So it's a bunt single. Then we have, I honest to God, Don, don't know who threw that ball.
Catcher.
I
don't know why they picked it up. They were the third baseman.
So we
Galuzzi was there. Walsh was there. Duffel, and they had no chance to get the batter.
Yeah,
let it go foul.
I'm giving her a hit.
Yep.
And then she,
E2.
but I mean, who threw E2? Is that what led to the run coming in?
Yep.
Everybody moving around. Okay.
Well, then it's E2, and then the runner scores on the.
That's why I don't know who threw it out there.
I think it was the right fielder.
Okay. E9.
Yeah, the throw past first base. And give O'Connor credit out in right field for backing up, but then her throw to third was way off the mark.
So it's 0-1 to leadoff hitter Mia Arndt as we get our scoring book straight now. Hitting the ball deep to left field. Deep, gone.
Mia Arndt, 2 runs, home run.
That's a walk-off.
Walk-off home run.
I do believe that is it.
Montour 10, Shore Valley 0. Montour will play next week versus Bell Vernon for the 4A championship. And the Shore Valley Colts.
A walk-off dinger for Mia Arndt. 3 RBIs on the 3-run home run. It's 10-0, bottom of the 5th. And this is a final score here. Montour advances to the championship game in 4A. And they will take on the Bell Vernon Leopards in 2 eerily similar games in the sense. Bell Vernon beat Elizabeth Forward 10-1. Montour wins here in 5 innings, 10-0. But there were some long balls here today at the field. We're going to take a break here and try and get everything straightened out. And then we're going to try and get the head coach, Ken Kutchman of Montour, to come join us here as Montour and their bench is celebrating. They're having a good time down there. So we're going to take a break now. We'll come back with the wrap-up after this. Final score in 5 innings. It is Montour winning the semifinal matchup with Shore Valley by a score of 10-0 here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Water heater emergencies don't happen at the best times.
Honey, there's no hot water. Mom, the water's freezing.
Get down here quick.
At Mr. Water Heater, you'll talk to a real person 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When the last thing you need to worry about is your hot water tank. And for quality service and better than competitive pricing,
Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater.
Hi, I'm Ryan DeShyla Jordan, and I'm a musical theater major. And the Seton Hill Theater and Dance Department is where I call home. At first, I wasn't sure I'd fit in, but it was a major turning point for me when I started joining clubs and doing fun things around campus, like the step team and singing my heart out at karaoke nights. I'm also a resident assistant, so I can help other students have their own great Seton Hill experience. Now, I'm not afraid to try anything.
the House is on HSSN.
Hi, I'm Kayla, and I'm an education major at Seton Hill University. I'm so grateful for the first-hand experience I get at Seton Hill's Child Development Center. One of my favorite things about Seton Hill is the way we can all come together as a community to support each other. I'm grateful to have such caring, passionate, and real professors. I've had such great role models that I am able to observe and work with. I know that my Seton Hill experience will make me an impactful teacher.
Need new tires in a hurry? SE Tire has your size tire in stock. Install today. Before you hit the open road, see the tire experts at SE Tire. We do tires and we do them right. Before you hit the open road, see the tire experts at Export Tire. We do tires and we do them right. If it has wheels, we have the tires. Export Tire, your commercial tire headquarters.
Post-game show here at West Mifflin High School. We welcome you back on semifinal Wednesday. Earlier here at West Mifflin in the other 4A semifinal game, Bell Vernon stuns Elizabeth Forward by a score of 10-1. Here in the other 4A semifinal game, Montour stuns Chartiers Valley 10-0 in 5 innings. We will recap the scoring in this one. Ken Kutchman, the head coach of the Spartans, kind enough to make his way up. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, in your wildest dreams, I'm not sure you could predict that you would come here and 10-run them like this.
No, that's a good team. As you saw, we split this year with them. Both games were tight. We've been a really focused team since the end of the season, both offensively, defensively. We've done the right things in practice, scrimmages, whatever. We're led by 3 great seniors.
Indeed. It was a junior, Jana Hess, who put you guys up the 2-run homer in the first inning. Fabulous game. She scores in the 3rd inning, singles in another run, and scores in the 4th inning.
Yeah, she's been like our third best hitter all year. She had an average over 509, 510, somewhere in there for the year. And again, that's only behind Arndt and Polo, who were just slightly better. But she's been big all year. She's really taken a big step forward this year, become a very consistent hitter, hits to all fields. Obviously, you saw hit with power too.
What a performance by Caitlin here this afternoon. Caitlin Molatoris, will give you her line real quick. 5 innings, no runs, only 1 hit, no walks, 3 strikeouts on a day where Chartiers Valley had all kind of trouble finding the strike zone. She was picture perfect.
She was. She was on it today. Not that she's never not on it, but a little more today, a little focus. I saw that from her warm-up even. She was hitting every spot in warm-ups. And in fact, I walked away at one point and said, okay, you're ready.
It was for Chartiers Valley, and I know you've probably felt this thing too, where something goes wrong and then it just keeps going, and it's the snowball effect, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you can't do anything
indicative
right.
of the team that they are. They're a good team.
But to your credit, you guys, and it started with the 2-run homer after the walk to Avery in the first inning, you guys make them pay for the mistakes. And that's a lot of times what separates winners and losers at this point.
For sure. We try to preach, keep the pressure on offensively and defensively, but every inning we got runners on and made things happen, came up with some key hits, but always played a good game today.
No doubt. And that's another thing too is, when one team's having one of those games and making mistakes, the routine plays and the above average plays that you guys made didn't allow them to get any momentum or really have any hope.
Sure. And again, keep the pressure on and good things will happen.
All right, so it has been a while since Montour has tasted District Gold, 2012.
Yep.
You
Two
guys,
of our staff members were on that team.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my daughter and Stacy Beerhalter, Stacy Cap.
Oh, that's awesome. So
Yeah.
now you guys go for the one for the thumb for the program, their 5th championship next week at Lilly Field against the Bell Vernon team that, we talked before. A lot of people might be surprised at that result and maybe the score, okay, but you said they're a very good team.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Bell Vernon has a great program. They're good year in and year out. We see them occasionally in the fall, and, they're always well coached, good players. I wasn't surprised by it, other than the score, like you said.
It'll make it busier, but it'll make it a lot sweeter this holiday weekend, knowing you guys are going to the championships, right?
Yeah, we got work to do yet.
Yep.
We have work to do yet.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks,
We'll
Tom.
see you at Cal U.
All righty.
All right, the head coach of the Montour Spartans, Ken Kutchman, what a great job he and his players did here today. Really pasting a very good Chartiers Valley team. As he mentioned, they split during the regular season. Char Valley won the first meeting by a score of 5-3. Montour wins the second one, 6-2. I'll recap the scoring, then we'll get Lou Rude's final thoughts. 2 outs, nobody on. Avery Polo, a walk in the bottom of the first inning. Jana Hess follows with a 2-run homer over the left field fence, and the route was on. Montour would score another run in the second inning. A walk, wild pitch, and a sacrifice fly by Mia Arndt. The Spartans would score their 4th run, and at this point in the third inning, they had only had 1 hit. That was the Hess 2-run homer. This time in the third, they score. Hess reaches on an error, a wild pitch, a pass ball, and a wild pitch. She scores. It's 4-0 in favor of Montour. Spartans get 3 more in the 4th inning, another RBI single for Hess in that inning. And then they end it in walk-off fashion. 3-run homer by Mia Arndt for runs 8, 9, and 10. High school, if the trailing team has batted 5 times and the leading team goes up by 10, that's it. It's the mercy rule, if you will. 10-0 Montour over Char Valley. Colts limited to 1 hit, 1-out double by Zoe Mangan in the 5th inning. Again, as Coach mentioned, well played by Montour, not indicative of how good this Chartiers Valley team is. They get the safety net, right? They get consolation games, so they can still win that and get into the PIAA playoffs. And they want to get to work on that game as soon as possible and just forget this one.
Well, I think it's a situation that both teams that lost today, Elizabeth Forward was, handled very easily by Bell Vernon, and that I think had to be a shock to everybody. And I know Coach Harry Rutherford, he's going to have that team back at work quickly. Mm-hmm. And you're going to have 2 teams that are upset facing each other in the 3rd place game because they both want redemption after what happened here today. EF undefeated to this point in the season.
Heck of a consolation. There's a very good team that will not be participating in the PIAA playoffs in 4A softball from District 7. That's for sure. Quick thought on Caitlin Molatoris. She was dominant.
Outstanding. She was efficient, faced the bare minimum through 4, really just dominated. Didn't give up a hit until the 5th inning when Mangan got the double. Did not walk anybody, struck out 3. She was right around the strike zone. I think she only went to 3 balls on a batter, 2 times in the game. That is a pitcher who is throwing strikes, who is confident in what she's throwing and in her control, and she's confident in the players behind her to make the plays. 3 strikeouts. Her team did an excellent job defensively behind her. They executed. They did the little things they had to do. And unfortunately for Char Valley, I think you hit the nail on the head when you talked about it during the game itself. You said that snowball started downhill. Yeah. And once it just built up, it did indeed snowball on Char Valley. And, it's not indicative of the type of team they are at all. They're an excellent team. They wouldn't have been in this position if they weren't. Same thing with Elizabeth Forward. They're an excellent team. I mean, you've had 4 outstanding teams playing here today in the semifinals at West Mifflin. It should be a great championship game and a great consolation game to see who that third place team is going to be. And I think the WPIAL is going to be well represented once we hit the PIA playoffs by the participants from 4A.
Championships are next Wednesday and Thursday in WPIAL softball at Lilly Field, the old Cal U. The semifinals, the consolation games are either all on Tuesday or Tuesday, Wednesday. The WPIAL will update all the brackets come tomorrow. They'll also have the dates and times of the 6 championship games. We'll have them all here on the